Okay, we are now, if I'm not mistaken, going over to speeches. All right. So the first is Corey, the father of the bride.
Evening, everyone. After I saw the bingo card, I had to change my speech because I had to remove certain phrases from it. Yes, this is a big moment, Monique, Mark. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome Jenny, Monique's mother, Sue and Ian, Mark's parents, and also my father, Monique's grandfather, who's the only grandparent, Louis. Welcome here this evening to this very special occasion. It's a very special emotional moment, so I hope that I will be strong. This morning I drove here to come and drop off stuff, but the biggest thing was it was raining and I wanted to make sure that nobody dares cancelling the wedding because of the weather. On my way here I saw the Saturday Star posters that says Barbie turns 59 this year. And I thought, my goodness, she's just as old as I am. And then I realized, my goodness, she aged much better than I did. But nevertheless, so be it. So Monique, you looked, and you're still looking amazing. It's just breathtaking. You look amazing. I'm really honored and proud to say I'm your father. And the same goes for your mother. Okay? I missed that one. Now, I need to share with all of you that I hope I'm still within 3 minutes. When we moved to a very small rural town, Wolmeranstad, many years ago, Monique was like 2, 3, 4 years old, and we had to blend into this rural town, and we were walking down the main street. And it was at that moment that I realized that Monique is a very determined young lady. Because she had on her back a backpack, it was called Chop Chop. It was like an animal backpack, and she loved it. We bought it at Hamleys in London for her. And she just adored it, and wherever she walked, she wore it on her back. But with that, she had a red church hat that came from her mother. And she never wanted to let that thing go. So she had that hat over her head, backpack on the back, and we were walking down the main street of Wolmeranstad, where everybody could, of course, see us. And naturally, we blended in very well with that. There was no other things. There are many of those kind of things that I can tell you about, but since we only have 3 minutes, I will then jump to a more recent one, where one day I received an email from Monique, and she booked her ticket to go to China on her own, because she couldn't find somebody that would go with her. And her determination was that she was going to run a marathon on the Great Wall in China. And since there was nobody to go with her, she decided to go on her own. Now, needless to say that I was worried sick. Only later to find out that I thought it was a half marathon, but it was a full marathon that she ran. And for that, I take my hat off to you, Monique. it shows that when you want to do something, you work at it. And that's been your motto throughout your life. And I think today is reminiscent of that, that you can see that she is determined to do the things in the way that she likes it to happen. And I think you saw the difference in what we will typically call a traditional wedding. It is because of this then that it actually takes a very special person to stand next to Monique. And Mark, that is where you come in. It's not anybody who can fill those shoes. And you have shown over so many years already that you're that person. And I salute you for that. Okay. So I'm not going to say welcome in the family, so you can't scratch that out. Okay? So, what I'm going to say is you're already part of the family. And I think everybody has already shown you that you are that. I'm then going to leave you with this parting wisdom that when you start off, and Mark, you said that, and I wrote this wisdom, but I think the pastor was probably better than I'm going to be. But let's try. When you started to get together as a couple, that was just the beginning. Okay. The fact that you have been able to keep together demonstrated that you made progress in your relationship. And then when you now start working together, that is when you will reap success. So I'm asking all of you, and I forgot to take my glass with me, are we doing toast now, MC? Can we do a toast to, and just raise a glass to Mark and Monique, building their future? Cheers.